Prime Minister Anthony Albanese has told world leaders he intends to travel to China, signaling he will push ahead with the stabilization of the relationship with Beijing despite ongoing trade sanctions and the arbitrary detention of 2 Australians. Albanese has not publicly confirmed a date for the trip, but the 50th anniversary of Gough Whitlam's first visit to China as Prime Minister in October is looming as a symbolic marker for Canberra and Beijing after years of disputes over human rights, national security and trade. "I've informed our partners that I do intend to travel to China at some time in the future," Albanese said in Hiroshima, where he is attending the G7 summit. "That has been welcomed. People regard it as very positive that Australia is in dialogue with China. You need dialogue to get understanding." But the federal opposition said Albanese should not travel to Beijing unless the Chinese government makes clear it will lift all restrictions on Australian imports. "I think Australia does deserve to have absolute clarity that these trade sanctions are going to be lifted, and that clarity should be there before the Prime Minister entertains a formal state visit to Beijing," opposition Foreign Affairs spokesman Simon Birmingham told the ABC's Insiders program. Why? Because China is acting very clearly in breach of its commitments to Australia. While welcoming the improvement in bilateral relations, including the lifting of a Chinese ban on Australian timber imports last week, Birmingham said Australia should expect nothing less than for China to entirely lift all sanctions on Australian goods, including on wine and barley. "This should come without China expecting any concessions from Australia," he said.